Okay, so right now I want to talk about how to be cautious. And this is for myself too, because I like to give myself this advice as well. I don't like to just act like I'm just talking to somebody else, and I like to give this advice to myself too, because it reminds me that I'm still on the process of growing. It's been my observation that when people constantly are in a position where they are telling somebody else what to do, unless they're a paid teacher or professor or somebody, usually when people are just constantly trying to tell somebody else what to do or act like they know more than the audience that's listening to them, they seem to fall into their own traps that they try to warn you against, right? I see that so much, especially on YouTube, right? Because like I said, in daily life, right? Okay, yeah, you might have somebody be a teacher and stuff like that, certified something. I'm a therapist, so I teach my patients certain things to get through their illness. That's a little different. Okay, we got certifications and it's our job. Okay, but I'm very careful to get online and click on YouTube and click on video and act as if I am just telling other people what to do, or as if I know so much better, because I have seen people who do that. I have seen them fall into the very traps that they try to warn other people against. So anyway, with that being said, this message is also for myself too, right? Um, be careful listening to people, regardless if it's on YouTube or whatever social media outlet, or even in person. Be careful listening to people who only believe what they see. People who only believe what they see. I have a very and this is me just saying what it is. It's not a judgment. It's saying what it is. They still think in a 3D perspective. They don't think in other types of perspectives. They don't believe in infinite possibilities, because they only believe what they see. You got, and myself, have to be careful, especially listening to people when you don't have to. Like, if you don't have to listen to them, listening to people who only believe what they see. A big example of this are conspiracy theorists. A big example of this are conspiracy theorists. Now, this is not to say that some of the things they say aren't true, but see, the thing is, nobody really knows what is true, because what's true to one person might not be true to the other person, because everybody's not necessarily in the same kind of world. So somebody upload a video telling you all the grocery stores are just going to run out of groceries. Oh, I see. Every time I go into the grocery store, it seems like ain't nothing in there. Like they seem like they're running out of food. Well, yeah, but I listened to another guy who live in Seattle, live in the DC, near the DC area. He said he ain't got those kind of problems. You see what I'm saying? He said he ain't got those kind of problems. And he made a video. He said, I don't live in the same reality as you. That's the title of his video. We're not in the same reality. That is literally the title of his video. Why? He's not being nasty by saying that. When people want to upload these videos talking about, oh, you're gonna run out of food, oh, you're gonna run out of such and such, oh, you better hurry up, oh, you better do this, you better. And let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with preparation. I'm not against preparation at all. But you upload a video for the whole world to see, as if you're talking to the whole world, right? And you're giving a warning out to the whole world. It's okay if I decide to prepare for myself, if I decide to stock up on whatever it is I want to stock up on. That is my personal choice. That is my personal business. But to upload a video for thousands to millions of people to see, putting out a message as if they're not going to see food next time they go into the grocery store, putting out a message that they all need to move from a whole state and go somewhere else, as if you don't know what's going to happen to the place that you go, because Spirit ain't told all those people to leave. They listen to somebody who uploaded a video, and the person who uploaded a video put so much fear, with a person who listened to the one who uploaded the video took in so much fear, that they moved hastily without really knowing where they were supposed to go. Right? Without really knowing where they were supposed to go. Okay? Unless it's just a better financial situation. Like if I go somewhere and it's a much better financial situation, I'm very comfortable. That's a whole different story, because that's better for my finances and it just makes sense. Totally different from fear mongering, right? So some people get up and go because the finances is a much better situation. It's more comfortable for them. So that's just common sense right there. But not moving out of fear, thinking that ain't nothing going to happen to the next place you're going to. And it's not to say that you should just stay where you are, even though you see a big fire coming. You stay where you are because you don't know nothing like that. But I'm just saying, let's let something else push you to leave, besides somebody scaring you by uploading a YouTube video. That's all I'm saying. You know. And so that's what I mean. When I listen to a lot of conspiracy theorists, they see things, the way it seems like they see things is only from a 3D perspective. And they only see that one thing that's happening. They only concentrate on what they see. And they take what they see in their 3D world and they push it on everybody else, and they say nothing about infinite possibilities. They say nothing. They say nothing. They say it as if whatever the government is doing, whatever people in power doing, they speak as if that is that's what's happening. This is the reality. You got to do this. You got to do that, because all of this is happening, right? But they're only speaking from one perspective of what they see with their false eyes. Let me make it clear. They're speaking from a perspective of what they see with their false eyes. Your false eyes are the two things that's in your skull. That's in your eye sockets. That's actually false eyes, because what you see is an illusion. What you see is not real. What's really kind of real, to be you're in an illusion, okay? Someone explained it like, for the first through 9 divisions, dimensions, those are all dimensions of light. They're an illusion. So, but what I'm saying is that you do see more of what is real when you pay more attention to what people call your third eye. When you get out of the external, what you think is external, and go internal, then you see you start to see more of what's actually happening versus what you're seeing with your physical eyes, okay, or with your false eyes. Okay. So that's all I'm saying, is that beware of messages of people, or any messages that that's pushed only from a perspective of what they see with their false eyes. It's pushed from a perspective of what they see with their false eyes. And if the people who are listening don't know how to use any other eye besides the two in their sockets, then they're going to feed into that reality, because they don't know of any other infinite possibilities, because they don't use any other eyes besides the ones that's in their sockets. Okay? And they're feeding into a 3D narrative. They are not considering different perceptual fields of realities. They're not considering infinite possibilities, because that is not where their consciousness is. It's that they have a somewhat of a low consciousness. Okay, they have a low consciousness. Now I see people with high consciousness make smart decisions to, save up and do things that they're supposed to do. They still make smart decisions in life. I'm not, once again, I'm not saying that you don't want to make smart decisions, but they also have a high consciousness to know that they can also create their reality. And if media or Hollywood is showing them something that they don't want to be a part of, or you see whoever the president is, sorry, whoever the president is, and I don't mean that to be smart towards Biden. I'm just saying that I tuned out because I already, it was starting to become a little bit too fake for me. And so I tuned out a little bit. Nothing against Biden. I just saw a whole. I guess when you become more awakened, it's just the lies just become too much to just take seriously. You know, so it's almost like you crave truth more, but the truth is not what you really see with your external eyes when you're in a realm of light where there's illusion. You know, and that's why I just kind of tuned out, because if I'm just going to live in an illusion, which we all are in an illusion, we're in an illusion, and if I'm going to be in an illusion anyway, I'm going to choose the illusion I want. I'm not going to just settle for staying in a struggle illusion. Why stay in a struggle illusion? It's an illusion. Whether they come and knock on your door and drag you out your house and tell you need to get a vaccination, guess what? That's still part of your illusion. If you win a jackpot, get $1 million and move to the doggone mountains and stay in a huge house, guess what? That's still part of your illusion. So I'd rather choose a favorable illusion than a struggle illusion. Okay? Because either way, it's an illusion. So that is why I'm talking about be careful. And I'm saying this to myself too. Be careful listening to people who only believe what they see, and they only see things from a third dimension perspectives. They don't understand different perceptual fields of reality. They don't understand infinite possibilities. They think whatever they see is what's going to happen, and that's going to be the future. And then you got to be careful, because like I said, it's not to say what they're saying is going on. It's not really going on, but it's going on in the illusion that you agree to. That's the point I'm making. It's happening in the illusion that you agree to, whether you know it or not. Most of us are in this life. We don't know we agree to this because we don't know how, some of us don't know how to get out. Because your mind is holding on to the narrative, right? The reason why it's hard to get out is because your mind, and my mind too. That's why I stayed offline for a while. That's why I stayed offline for a while, because your mind holds on to the illusion, to the narratives. Joe Biden is president, Donald Trump, or Black Lives Matter. I'm just naming all kind of things that's existing that we all see, right? All of that is part of the illusion that we don't even realize that we agreed to. And our mind is holding on to it for dear life. And so it's hard to let it go. When you see things, it's hard to unsee it. It's hard to change it, because your mind doesn't know. Your mind holds on to the fact that it's a fixed reality that can't be changed. And you just have to deal with whatever the old saying, whatever cards you're dealt, right? But you can always change. You can choose what you want your dream to be and take steps into moving into that new reality. Because whether you decide that you don't believe it, and then you just have to do all this and taxes and whatever, it's still an illusion, but it's somebody else that is kind of controlling your dream, right? Or you can take control of your dream, which brings me back to when I say there are people with high consciousness, with a high consciousness, that still made decisions like saving and being smart in their external life, because they still understand that you still have to prepare in a way. You still have to be prepared, but they also know that they can create their realities. The people who are of higher consciousness make smart decisions as well. They probably stock up. They probably invest and do all this stuff. There are other 3D people who are limited to 3D consciousness. People with high consciousness still do those same things, get gold, silver, or whatever else they think they need to do. But at the same time, they are also aware that they can create their reality. But the reason why they prepare is because they also know that they agree to participate in this type of reality. So you do what you got to do to make sure you have a nice dream, right? Life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. Life is but a dream. So they do what they have to do to make sure they have a very nice, comfortable life in this illusion that they have chosen to be a part of. But that's all. I want to stop right there. So yeah, that's all I want to talk about. It's just that you know, be careful. And like I said, it's a message to myself too. Really listening to messages where the messenger only believes what they see with their false eyes. They only believe the 3D realm is real and nothing else is real. Be careful taking in those kind of messages because, like I said, it's not what they're saying. It's not real, but they're only talking about one world. They're only talking about reality. They don't, like I said, they don't know that there's infinite possibilities and that reality is not fixed. It can be changed. They don't know that. So they let somebody else decide their reality. So whatever they say is going to happen, it happens because that is what their mind, that is the illusion that their mind chose to believe and chose to hold on to. So it does happen in their reality. But like I said, it was a guy he uploaded a video titled and said, "We are not in the same reality." He said that because of the same thing, how people keep talking about all of the grocery stores and the shelves are empty and all that stuff. But in his reality, the shelves are full in his reality. And he's in a DC area. He said the shelves are very full in his area. So these people that keep uploading these videos, and I'm just going to be honest, they talk about get out of California. But yet in their state, they go into the stores and they look like they're not seeing stuff on the shelves. But in California, the shelves are still full. In California, in some places in California, you can still eat inside the restaurants. Okay. So, yeah, that'll be it. That's all. And I'll talk to you later.